Good morning, Canadian Yarn Hoard. My name's Alyssa, and today we're going to make these Freezy Pop covers, or ice pops, or whatever you want. This one is a little small, but they're very easy to make. I'm going to take you over to my overhead camera, and we'll get started. Okay, so the yarn we're going to be using is this color from Bernat Handcrafters. If you look, it says it is a 4 medium. You can use a 4.5 millimeter needle or a 5 millimeter hook. I'm going to be using a 5 and a 5 for both projects that I'm going to do for it. This one, we are going to cast a little bit of a tail, and you're going to cast on about 9 to 10 stitches. There. So we'll do 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10. And you're going to go 1, 2, wrap the yarn around the hook, and you're going to put it in that bar, wrap under, and pull all 3 hooks off. This is what is called a half double crochet. So you're going to go in again, in the bar, under, around, and pull through all 3. And you're just going to do that all the way across. Wrap the needle or hook around through the bar and up through all 3. I'm going to do that for 4 inches. So this is going to be a very quick video because it is a very simple basic pattern, but it is actually a very useful little thing to have. It keeps your hands from being frozen solid from the freezy. And we used them this weekend, and it was really good with them. So I like to do this last one with slip stitch wise. So you just want to kind of open it up a smidge, pull it through, and pull it through the other 2. Now, do not tie your end in. You're going to use that to sew up the sides when you're done. So you're just going to continue on, skipping the first stitch, doing your half double crochets all the way across for 4 inches. I will come back when we're done that, and we'll show you how to sew it up, and then we'll start on the knitted version. So I do hope to earn your like and subscription. I do hope to hear from you in the comments section below. Anything you'd like to say, hi, or anything else. So I will be back when I have my 4 inches to show you how I finish it off. Just going to get this last stitch done. Here we go. So I did just measure, and I've got myself at 5 inches, and it is still very close to this one, so I think I'm going to go another inch. And the reason I did pick cotton for this one is so that if it thaws or melts, it will absorb the moisture before dripping onto your hands. So that is why I did cotton on this one. Though you could use any scrap yarn for this project, it does not use a lot. It is a great project for using up your scraps. But I'm just going to keep going for another, 6 inches. 2. And I will be back. Okay, so we've got the 6 inches. Got my 6 inches. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make a tail into there. Pull that through. Fold it up. Grab your needle. And then you want to grab those 2 bars onto the first stitch. And you're just going to darn these edges together. And that will really nicely make it so that you have a good solid darned up edge. Nice and tight. Nice and then what I want to do when I've got it all darned on both edges is I will put it in the freezy and we'll see how well it fits, and if I want to run the hook around the top edge just in case it's not tight up there. You can always tighten it up on the top edge. So I'm just going to darn this going across, pull through, trim. Now you really want to pay attention to which edge you're darning here. Darning the wrong one will leave you with a wide end. I accidentally did it a couple times for some this weekend. So you want to make sure you grab these ends and go downwards. So that is where the freezy goes. And you're just going to darn up these edges. Grab them, making sure that there's not really too many holes. Although if there is, I don't think it'll be a big deal. It is just something you're going to pull out when you have freezies for the kids or for you. It's just something to keep your hand from freezing on them. So, and then we're just going to circle, and we're gonna go this way, trim it, and we're gonna test fit it. Now I do like to use, and as you can see, it's not a bad fit, but it is a little large. So what you can do is come in here, and you're just gonna put a top edge on this, and you're just gonna single crochet around the top edge, tuck my tail in. Now what I like to do is coming up to here, I'm going to pull it inside out. So this will be the outside now. And I'm going to grab this stitch and that stitch, knit them or crochet them together. And I'll do the same at the other bordered edge. And that should tighten it up just the way I want. Leaving it a nice tight edge for the freezy to go in and not fall back out. As I said, the last two stitches, you just want to go in together. All that. There's your start row. And you're just going to pull through two because that's your slip stitch. Trim your edge. Come on. Well, this should be a much better, tighter fit. That's much better, much tighter. And there you go. There's your crocheted version. So I'm going to darn this in, and then I will show you how to do a knit version of this. Just going to darn this thread in over here, trim it off. And now we will make a knit version. So I'm going to do about 8 stitches. Actually, I'm going to try and find a 4.5, so I'll be right back. So I'm going to use the Susan Bates Silver Loom 4.5, and I'm going to cast on 8 stitches. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. 7, and put the 8th one on. So now we're going to double check 2, 4, 6, 8. So now we're going to do a ribbing, which is a knit 1, purl 1 pattern, and you're just going to do this for 6 inches. So I will come back when I have my 6 inches, and we will darn up both the edges, and I'll show you how they both look. I'll be back in a minute. So I have that. Now you're just going to fold it over and sew up each end. So this one, I'm just going to darn it through, and then I'm going to travel it over to the other edge. It's just a way to make sure that you have thread on either side to darn it up. Just going to go in, and you're just going to darn each side. Just darn it up, ensuring that there's no holes. Oh. And as I said, this is a great project for scrap yarn, using up some of your scraps, getting your stash down a little bit if you're starting to get a lot of scraps in it and you want to clean it up a bit. This is a great summer project. We'll do the next side. I will show you it on, and then we will be done. So a very quick project today. I do hope to earn your like and subscription. Hello, Maya says hi. And I'm just going to quickly darn this up because it is a very quick, easy project. Great use. Works really, really good. We used them this weekend while we were outside working hard. Just gonna finish that off, move it around, and turn it into the bottom. Trim. And we'll test it on. And there you have it. So if you like what you saw and I earned your subscription today, thank you, and your like. If you have a question, comment, or design idea, by all means, let me know in the comment section below. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I hope to see you again. Bye.